Guys, don't mind me. I have some allergies right now. But this is a very quick word for someone. God is hilarious. Okay, this is a quick word for someone. Somebody who was once not too fond of you, not because they misjudged you or anything, but they're just really like to themselves. They're not the kind of person that opens up to everybody, right? So when they met you, it was like they were kind of like suspicious just because that's who they are. They don't open up to a lot of people. Anyways, they were not too fond of you in the beginning and they were paranoid when it came to you. But now they really love you. Now they really love you. They got to know you and they really love you. And they're like, oh my gosh, I really love this person, etc., etc. And also now they're defending you. They are defending you. Okay. And there's also a little bit of like guilt and feeling ashamed as to how they treated you in the beginning, basically the thoughts they had about you and what they may have said to you, etc. But they really, really love you. It's like they went from not being sure about you to really just loving you. And it's because of who you are. So I love God. He is so funny. The Lord showed me a vision of Snow White. Okay, he showed me a vision of Snow White, and then he showed me a vision after of Grumpy. And you know, Grumpy, out of all the dwarves, Grumpy was the most paranoid. Like he he was the most paranoid. And remember in the beginning, he was not too fond of Snow White. Like he wasn't sure about her. He was like, okay, this girl's coming to stay in my home. I don't even know her. But then he ended up like allowing her to sleep upstairs. Like he told the doors, like, let her sleep upstairs, right? Remember also, Grumpy used to sleep with the wooden spoon. That's how paranoid he is. Like he would sleep with the wooden spoon. So the Lord was showing me this because God is highlighting the characteristics of this person. Okay, you have a big heart, you're very friendly, you know, you're very loved, right? And, you know, of course, you're also hated by evil people. Like Snow White was hated by the queen, right? And remember, the queen hated Snow White because of her heart, because of her beauty and who she was, right? And yeah, so you're basically hated for that. You're hated for being a good person, basically, and for having a good heart. But excuse me, these allergies. Grumpy was not too fond of Snow White in the beginning, again, because he's paranoid, not because he's, you know, just trying to look for a reason to nitpick. There's a difference between someone that looks for a reason to nitpick someone, they have animosity and jealousy towards someone, and they don't like the person because of that, versus someone who's just paranoid. Someone who's just paranoid and somebody who got hurt a lot, or somebody who's just on their guard all the time, and they just want to make sure that whoever they have around them or in their personal space is someone they can actually trust. Like there's a big difference, guys. Don't mix the two up. Because some of y'all gonna be like, oh, they shouldn't misjudge me in the first place. This is not that kind of person. This is someone that's just always paranoid. I'm telling you, God emphasized Grumpy, the personality, the characteristics of Grumpy, because that's who this person is. This person may have like a, you know, a resting face, mean face. I'm not gonna say that, I don't swear anyways, but they had a resting face. Okay, Grumpy has a resting face, like he just always mean. But excuse me, when Snow White was under a spell and they thought she died, remember, he was like the most protective. Remember, he went from not being sure about her, being defensive about her. And before that even happened, let me just say this. Remember how Snow White went on her knees and she prayed to God and she thanked God for the 7 dwarves, and she especially asked God, she's like, God, please let Grumpy like me. Remember that? Like she wanted Grumpy to like her because she really loves Grumpy, right? And then Grumpy ended up liking her. Like, oh, that's like when you guys, like, of course y'all don't beg God for people to like you. Y'all don't care if people like you. But I just have to emphasize that because sometimes, you know, even if you don't care if people like you or not, sometimes you may feel like a way because you're like, man, like I didn't even do nothing to this person. Like, why are they like this around me, right? And you may pray to God about that, and then God ends up showing them who you are, and then they start warming up to you. Yeah. So it's like something like that. But yeah, God was emphasizing that there's somebody that's really defensive and they're defending you. And they were not sure about you in the beginning, but they really love you. Like, they're defending you. Because remember, when when they thought Snow White passed, Grumpy was the most affected out of all of them. And he tried to do everything to protect her when he realized like who she truly is, right? So he did everything to try to protect her. He went from not being sure about her, being suspicious of her, to all of a sudden just loving her and being the most protective of her. And he was the most hurt. And not only that, but he was the one that like really, really like wanted to like go after the queen. Like he was like, no, I'm what's that word? He just went to go ride for someone. He's like, nah, I'm going after the queen. Like, this is not gonna happen. He went after the queen and he led all the dwarves. So that's like a destiny helper, but that's like a main destiny helper that wasn't originally sure about you, but now like they love you. They're defending you. You know, God has shown them who you are. So I want to give someone this confirmation because God emphasized this whole prophecy. Like, he gave me the analogy and he literally laid everything out, and I had to chuckle because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful, you know. So yeah, there's people that are defending you that truly love you behind the scenes, and some of them, they were not sure about you, not because they don't like you or they have hidden motives. No, it's because literally they're just suspicious. They've probably been through a lot of what you've been through, you know what I mean? And again, there's a difference between someone that like has animosity towards you versus someone who's just paranoid. Okay, but yeah, they love you, they're defending you, and they really get upset when you get attacked. Like, it really hurts them when you get attacked. It does. God showed me a vision of like some people being like really hurt and cry. Like, I saw tears, people crying like when you get attacked, right? Hey, this may resonate with me. Do y'all cry when I get attacked? Don't cry. I know this is probably not even about me. I'm just saying, I'm just being funny. But yeah, whoever you are, yeah, people really get mad when you get attacked. So just know that you're loved, even if you don't feel like you have anybody in your corner and you're having your back, like, other than God. I'm telling you right now, there's people out there who are rooting for you, who love you, and it's because God has shown them who you truly are in the spirit, right? So understand that yes, there's people out there. Sometimes we meet people that knew about us like later on. We may be like on our way to our destination, and throughout the levels, like, we may not have anybody but God. But as we get closer and closer to our destination, we start meeting people, and these are like our tribes. Like, we start meeting people who really love us and truly, you know, are 10 toes down and who are in the same walk as us, who understand us, right? So yeah, I want to get some of this confirmation. I love you guys so much. I'll see you later. Bye.